See, on this path is three types of people who will become attracted to this path. It's like butterflies. The butterflies are attracted to light, where they see light, or flies, they get attracted to it. Some of them get too close to it, some of them get really, really close into it and dive into it, and some of them just roam around it. So this is the three types of people. What's the first type of person? Who joins the path of the sort of, what do you think is the first type of person? Three types of people.
Someone with an illness.
No, they're interested in it. They like it. So it's to do with likeness, not to do with anything other than that. There's three types of people who want to travel this path. What are those three types of people? Not because they have any issues or anything like that, but they want to travel this path for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's their aim. These are the three types, their aim is to gain the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what are those? Just imagine three flies. One of them dives into it, the other one just spins around it, one of them just looks at it from a distance. So the first one is the one who looks at it from a distance. That's the three types of people, because they all are attracted to the light, isn't it? Light is the attraction to them. They want to get close to the light. This lamp I'm talking about is not this type of lamp. Lamp which is fire lit up. Lit up with fire, so it burns you. So what's the first type of person that roams around it, doesn't get really close to it, but he likes the light. Light seems really beautiful. So what's that type of person? Just imagine that the light is the attraction. One of them is really, really close. The other one is fairly close. But the third one is quite distance away from it. So why is he that distance away from it? What's stopping him from getting closer? Any closer than the distance that is, his distance is quite distance away from it. But the attraction is they love the light. They see it's really, really nice, beautiful. They don't know it's gonna burn them. They just see the attraction. They're not sure whether it will burn them or whether it will harm them, or they don't know what the light's going to do to them. Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? They're not sure, because just imagine, we know as humans that light is going to burn us if we get any closer to it. But they don't know what the light's going to do to them because it's flies. They see it as a beautiful thing. And when they get closer to it, they feel secure, they feel peace. But one of them is quite a distance away, the other one is a little bit further closer to it, and then one is very close to it. So why is the one that's really further away from it, what's that type of person? She's related, just try and translate that into people. That there is something in there, it's the suburb, because people don't know, the light is the suburb. So why would somebody stay a distance away from it, doesn't get closer to it? Why would, you need to think from a point of view of the light is the suburb, the Rahis Luke, Ruhaniyat. The light is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's light. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's nur. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's closeness. One of them is very, very close. The other one is a little bit closer, not too close. The one is further away from further away from it. Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? Somebody, do you understand? Huh? So why would somebody stay at distance? What's inside them? That's not. Well, let me put it into another context. What's stopping them from getting closer?
You don't have the full interest in going. You're just there because
there's various reasons, isn't it?
There's other people there, so they just come. They don't want to give their full.
So interest is one of the reasons. What are the other reasons? Because you see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a light, isn't it? So one of them is maybe not interested. It doesn't. Why would he not be interested in it? Why would he not be interested in something?
You don't really know anything about it,
so you haven't got
knowledge.
Yeah, you don't have the knowledge. You can see it, it's a light, and you're feeling it. But what's stopping you from getting closer to it? You can feel it, and it feels better, it feels nice. Because, just imagine flies in the dark, they sit somewhere, they don't want to move anywhere because they can't see you or whatever reason they have. When they see light, they become excited. There is something there for them, but they don't want to get closer to it. So if it's a human, why would, just translate that into human, why would they not get closer to it? Why obviously you don't have the brain, in the same way as humans. So one of them is the interest. So where does the interest come from? You want to look into the root cause of it. The root cause is always, if there is something on the surface, there's a deeper cause for it. If you have a lump on certain parts of your body, or whatever it is, the lump is there for something that's behind it, isn't it? Lump won't just appear on its own because there is something happened inside us that made the lump to come out, isn't it? Or a spot to come out, isn't it? So there's something deeper inside it. So the interest, what's the deeper cause of the lack of interest? It's nafs, isn't it? Nafs is one of the causes of it, isn't it? Because nafs. And what causes the nafs to react in some person's nafs? Because you see, all these three people have the same nafs, but one of them allowed them to get closer, the other one allowed them to get a little bit, even more closer. So what?
The level of control that nafs has over them.
Control is one of the reasons, yeah. So how do they all have different control on the nafs? It's the experience that one of the reasons is that the experience they've had in their life. The other is, experience is one of the reasons. Everybody likes and dislikes are different to each other, but they all are part of the nafs. Some people like cars, some people like other things, some people like aeroplanes. But where do they come from? They're part of the nafs, isn't it? What makes everybody to have different likes and dislikes? Because they stem from the nafs, isn't it? So how does the nafs, one person's nafs, is reacting different to another when the origin of the nafs is the same with every person? That's just the way it comes down to your upbringing in your life, isn't it? Is that right? And what else is it? What else causes the nafs to be acting so? As you see, one of them is very, very close to it. But the others, what's stopping them from getting closer? So nafs is, so one of them is the experience. The other is what's the other thing? What's the other thing that's stopping the nafs from doing things? It's not. It doesn't want to take a risk. So why does it not want to take a risk? Because if it gets closer, it thinks that something's going to happen. But if something happens, why does it not want to take a risk? Anybody? The answer is really easy. You just need to think a little bit. This is why I want you to think, There's no point in me talking and then just leaving. Then you're not going to think. So, why does he not want to take a risk? Why does the nafs not want to take a risk?
The outcome. I think that's confused. Because he's happy where he is.
Yes, he's happy where he is. What's he happy with? So I'm trying to give you more clue for your answer. So what's he happy with? Is he afraid of losing something?
The world.
The
world.
But the world is, but what's he afraid of losing? So he's happy with what he's got. So if he goes any closer to it, then he thinks that he's going to lose that happiness, isn't it? So whatever is making him happy, he feels that if he's insecure that he's going to lose that, and he doesn't know whether he doesn't want to take the risk. That's one of the reasons, isn't it? So if he's happy with it, then there's a cause for the happiness, isn't it? The cause of happiness is that he's got something, he's got possession, he's got something that he has on him that he doesn't want to lose. But there are others who have the similar sort of thing, but they've taken a step further. He went a step further than him. So what do they, what caused them to get closer? One of them is just feeling insecure because it's too far and thinking, oh, it looks nice, and I'm just going to. This is the type of people who come to do zikr, and they've heard about, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how beautiful he is, how merciful, how kind he is, and they want to get close to him. But they just look around, and then they consider all the options. And then eventually they realize, they come to a conclusion that it looks nice, but I can't go any further than this. This is the point I'm going to call it. What happens is, a lot of them don't say, I don't like this. What kind of excuses they say? They don't say, I don't like the zikr, I don't like getting closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They don't say that, do they? They come up with, they blame somebody. Either they blame the worship, they blame people who don't zikr or don't like them. So why do they end up blaming others? But they don't want to get any closer. The root cause of the reason is that they don't want to lose what they have. They don't want to take a chance to go any further. See how Nafs is playing with us. Because when it doesn't feel comfortable with something, and the shaitan is obviously playing a bigger part in it, the shaitan doesn't want to, because we know that we can't say, oh, I don't like getting closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Shaitan doesn't want us to say that, because we know that if that thought, if he plants that thought in our mind, see how cunning his game is, shaitan's game is, because it's enough at the same time as shaitan. Then shaitan doesn't say, well, I don't want to be on this path. Don't be on this path because you don't like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then we know, why would he not, rather than planting thoughts in our mind that, oh, I don't like this masjid, I don't like these people that way. Rather than saying that, why doesn't he say, put thought in our mind and say, I don't like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Why would he not? Because that's a shaitan, that's ultimately what he wants to do. Why does he not plant that thought in our mind?
Because they don't know it's actually shaitan. And just try best to stay away from it.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? So when you're reading namaz, the ultimate aim of the shaitan is to stop you from reading namaz. Does he say, don't read namaz? Do you get thoughts in your mind, well, I'm never going to read namaz? Because you know that's shaitan, and then because he knows that if I come across like that through him, then he knows that it's me, shaitan. And then you're going to be even more prepared to do against it, to do things against it, isn't it? Do you understand what I'm trying to say to you? Because these are very important points that somebody is playing games with us we don't often realise. The shaitan will never ever directly, unless somebody is very, very weak, then he will come up directly. But other than that, if somebody who loves Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, loves Islam, he will not directly talk against it. He will never do that. He will use Islam and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's name in a very subtle way, in a nice way, to drive us away from it. Do you understand? So those people who went closer to it, they took chance. But they can't go any further than that. One of them is just that level that is close, but he doesn't want to go any closer. Because he's prepared to give up so much. But is coming to the very last few things that he's got, that he enjoys. Now, those things are very, very precious to him. Somebody who's very close, because he's weak in the sense, the shaitan said, he is weak in the sense that he doesn't want to lose, say for example, watching TV, or doing something else. But there's one who says, oh, I don't like this, I'm not interested. But it's coming to a point where he's gonna, it's very personal. He thinks that he's gonna lose. He thinks that he's gonna lose them if he goes any further than that. But at the same time as that, we know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is most kind and merciful. He never harms anybody. He's most merciful and kind. We know that time and time again. But yet we're still reluctant to commit ourselves to go deep into that light, into the fire. Because when we go into that fire, we know that we're not going to be harmed, but we're still feeling insecure. The biggest reason, obviously, is lack of, weakness of iman and not for dunya man. And the one who's got closer to it, and then he dives into it. it becomes fana. It's fana. That's what it means, fana. You see, this is the verse in the Quran, خَلَقَ الْمَوْتَ وَالْحَيَاةَ, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the death and the life. This is the sequence of this is the sequence of the verse. خَلَقَ الْمَوْتَ وَالْحَيَاةَ. In the terms of this, that when you go through that path, you die. In the sense that your nafs is annihilated. That's when your real life begins. That's when you become free. Because at the minute, why are we free at the minute? You see, in real sense, that's the freedom. When you annihilate yourself and dive into that fire, that's when you become free. What do you become free from? You become free from nafs. Nafs is now, it's not dead, but it's very, because the moment nafs dies, then that's the end of life. But it's to a point that it's almost dead. It's almost non-existence. And the soul is fully in charge now. And that's the point where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions that I become their eyes, I become their hands, I become their ears, I become their, basically every part of their body from which they do things.